What's up, everyone? Welcome to another new album reaction / review. Today, I just finished listening to the 7th full-length album from the LA metal band fronted by none other than Ice-T. We're talking about Body Count. So, for those of you who don't know, Body Count is a heavy metal band fronted by legendary rapper Ice-T. They formed around 1990. They released their first album, which apparently is self-titled, but I always called it Cop Killer because that's what it said on the cover. Anyway, that album is fucking killer. I got it back in 1992 on cassette tape, and I wore the motherfucker out. And I still love this album today, and I've been a fan ever since. So after a couple albums that I didn't quite enjoy as much as their debut, they came back pretty fucking strong in 2014 with the album Manslaughter, and they've just been kicking ass ever since. Their new album is called Carnivore. How does it stand up with all the rest of their shit? Let's find out. So a good thing to point out about Body Count is that they all seem to be really big metal fans, and they're not afraid to incorporate modern metal elements into their music. And straight out of the gate with the song Carnivore, you hear that sort of heavy, low-tuned modern metal sound. And this song is fucking great. It's got so much fucking energy. It's got Ice-T sounding as venomous as ever. It is a great start to the fucking album right out of the gate. So then quickly we move into Point the Finger. The momentum of the album keeps building and going. There's more thrashy elements in this song. And also, this song features Riley Gale from fucking Power Trip. Amen. And this song is just, it's fucking killer. It's got those sort of shout-along vocals. I don't know. It's really hard to not get into this shit and have a great fucking time. So far, this album is kicking a shitload of ass. And then we get to the third song, Bum Rush, which was one of the couple songs that was previously released before the album came out. And it's fucking great. It's got a great groove, just like the first three songs. It's building the momentum. The riff almost has like a Rage Against the Machine kind of vibe to it. And all over the place on this fucking record and this song is Ice-T's socially conscious lyrics, which is one of the aspects that I love. Because honestly, the kind of music that Body Count makes, for the most part, those kind of bands aren't bands that I really listen to, mostly because the front person of the band is usually pretty lame and the lyrics are usually pretty lame also. But in this case, when you've got Ice-T fronting your shit, you can't go wrong. And at this point, this album is charging forward at a pace where if you're not paying attention, you just might get left behind. And then track 4, we get a cover of the Motorhead song Ace of Spades, which it's a good cover. It's a thing that Body Count's been doing the last few albums where they take a classic metal song that has influenced them and they do their own version of it. There's really no changing up of how it is. It's just them doing the song the way you expect it. Maybe it kills the momentum of the album kind of a little bit, but as covers go, it's pretty fucking good and I'm still into this motherfucker. Then we get to song 5, Another Level, featuring Jamie Jasta from Hatebreed. And this song slows the tempo down a little bit. It's more of a heavy groove to it. And I kind of like that because it gives Ice-T's lyrics more time to resonate. And honestly, when I first got into this song, I was like, okay, I feel like the album's kind of losing its steam here. But by the fucking last chorus, I was all like, so, you know, what? I mean, he won me over again. So here, let's move on. The next track is a modern metalized version of Ice-T's 1987 classic hip-hop song, Colors. Is this necessary? Who the fuck cares? It is just good to hear Ice-T spitting those classic lyrics from that song. And honestly, at this point, I think that if you're trying to look for reasoning and nitpick and dissect, then I think that you're kind of missing the point of this album and it may not be for you. Just sit back and fucking enjoy the ride. The next song is called No Remorse, which is a big ol' I don't give a fuck style song. It's got a lot more of that heavy, down-tuned riffing and those venomous lyrics from Mr. Ice-T. The thing that I love about Ice-T, and I've always loved about him, is that no matter what level of success he ends up having, he still doesn't give a shit and always speaks his mind. If you want some good examples, go follow his Twitter stream. I fucking love the guy, and I couldn't help but smile when he says the line, "If I offended you, it was intentional." Fuck yeah. So unfortunately, every album has to have a low point, and we're there now. The song is called When I'm Gone. It's kind of a downer. Yeah, it's about death and how you cope with it all. And it has Amy Lee from Evanescence on vocals, but the riff kind of sounds like shit we've already heard on this album, and Amy Lee's vocals don't really add anything interesting to the song. It's probably the only song on the album where I was kind of looking at the time to see how long is this song supposed to be. But, you know, there had to be a low point, so here it is. Moving on. Next track is called The Critical Beatdown, and I'm back in, folks. The heavy riffs are back in. Ice-T is sounding as confrontational as ever. The chorus is really great because it has like an odd time signature and vocals you want to shout along to. So at this point, I'm back into enjoying the fuck out of myself. And on top of that, during the middle section of the song, there's fight sound effects, and I just smiled like a fucking idiot through this. I smiled a lot during this album, and that's a glowing review on its own. So the last proper song on the album is called The Hate Is Real, which has more of a thrashy element. It really ends the album on a high note, and Ice-T's lyrics are all about the sort of racist attitude that seems prevalent in the US today. And honestly, after almost 40 years of making music, Ice-T is still the spokesman that you want on your side. That's why he's so fucking great on these albums. And then just to wrap it up, in case you're listening to the Apple Music version like I did, we had a demo version of a metalized 6 in the Morning, which is another classic hip-hop song that Ice-T did way back in the day. So that's a fun way to wrap it up. Overall, I really enjoyed this album. Honestly, a little more than I thought I would, because there's always points in the last few Body Count albums where I kind of go, okay, yeah, let's move on. But really, there was just the one track on this one. And even then, that's not that bad of a fucking track. So what am I saying? I'm saying go out and fucking listen to Carnivore. Have a great fucking time. I don't know. I don't know if Ice-T's intention is for me to thoroughly enjoy myself, because I know that he has social issues and commentary that he wants to get out there, and I feel like it's all very important. I'm with him all the way, but I can't help but just, like I said, smile like a fucking idiot through the entire album. So there you have it. If you want to have a great fucking time listening to some heavy ass in your face metal, you can't go wrong with Carnivore, another great fucking release from Body Count and Ice-T. So anyway, that is my reaction/review for this week. Please feel free to leave your comments down below and let me know what you thought of Carnivore. And I will be back for another album review next week. See you then.